We have a head-to-head matchup. It's going to be the McRib from McDonald's versus the On-Cor boneless shaped rib patties. They're essentially the same. McRib supposedly has about 70 ingredients, and this On-Cor rib patties with the barbecue sauce appears to have quite a bit of ingredients as well. We factor in the rib and the barbecue sauce. So this should be an interesting matchup. Obviously, On-Cor is going to come in cheaper per sandwich than the McRib. McRib is $4 and some change. And this is $3 and some change just for these rib patties itself. You got these hoagie rolls. Only can get this, I guess, name brand Schmidt's potato rolls hoagie, but obviously you can get some cheaper store brand rolls if you're able to get it. We'll put on some chopped onions, and we'll add on the bread butter chips, these little pickle thingies. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and warm up the On-Cor boneless shaped rib patties. Maybe reheat the McRib up a little bit, and we'll have a head-to-head comparison. And I'll construct the On-Cor rib sandwich on camera. And I'm obviously not going to show me heating this up in the microwave. So let's go ahead and allow me to heat this up, and I'll get right back to you. Back. I warmed up the McRib a little bit in the microwave as well. And now we're going to go ahead and construct this On-Cor red meat sandwich. All right, we're going to start with this potato roll. Put it out here. These ribs are kind of small, or this bun could be longer compared to the McRib. I think the issue is just like the bun is longer compared to the McRib. So this being a six inch hoagie roll, I believe, 6 inch. And this one is probably about what you want to say, 4 inches, a couple inches shorter. So, but anyways, we'll work with this. I'll take half of this other On-Cor rib, put it right on there. Let me get some sauce up on it. The sauce coming off the On-Cor smells, seems kind of vinegary. Even though I don't think vinegar is the top ingredient, but it has a vinegary kind of smell to it. Let me go ahead and get some of these onions on it. And actually with this McRib, I can tell off the bat, I thought I was supposed to use like sliced onion slivers, but these are like the actual onions from like a regular burger. The pickles are right, but the onions, shouldn't they be the sliced onion slivers? I don't know, maybe switch it up, who knows. But yeah, let me add some onions. Might overdo it a little bit, but it's all good. All right. And let me go ahead and add these pickles. That should be good. And it looks like we have ourselves an On-Cor McRib sandwich. All right. Should be good. Head-to-head comparison. On-Cor McRib or On-Cor rib meat sandwich versus the McDonald's McRib. So I'm going to start over here with this On-Cor, and then we'll get into the McRib. Let me go ahead and get into this. It's tasty. The sauce is a little bit sweeter once you bite into it. It has a little vinegariness to it. And these bread and butter chips, bread and butter pickles, it goes well on a sandwich. I'm not a pickle guy, but it goes well on this On-Cor McRib. The onions come through nicely. It's a tasty sandwich. Now it's time to go into the McRib from McDonald's, the one that inspired the On-Cor sandwich. Both with that fake rib meat bone thing going on. So let me get into this. The McRib, definitely a sweeter sauce. Definitely. A sweeter sauce with some smokiness to it. The On-Cor, it leaves vinegary and sweet than you expect. Now the pickles on the McRib, not as good as the bread and butter chips. But I definitely like the sauce for the McRib. I didn't like the McRib as much back in the day. I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't had actual real ribs in a long time, but back in the day, the McRib, I might have tried it a couple times. I think 2012 and whatever time beforehand, I didn't care for it as much. But I'm digging it this time. But yeah, they definitely made mine with the wrong onions, I believe, unless they switched to the little diced onions. But it should be those slivers, right? McRib is definitely tasty. Let's go back in on this On-Cor. Sweet and vinegary. But I do like the freshness of my ingredients, be the onions right here. And these bread and butter chips. It really enhances things more than you expect. Wow. The On-Cor sandwich is better than you expect, especially when you hook it up right. Now, let me take a piece of this On-Cor rib, just the rib itself. Just the On-Cor rib itself. Yeah, you get the vinegariness to the sauce. Not a whole lot of bold flavor, and you get the hints of sweetness. Now, let me take a piece of this McRib right here on the back end. The meat is definitely more flavorful. Definitely more flavorful. The meat is definitely better than On-Cor. But the thing is, when I'm making an On-Cor one, I can bring my own onions. I can bring my own pickles, the bread and butter ones, and beat out, those kind of toppings. Everybody says it isn't real meat. Who cares? It's all about the taste. Who wins? Obviously, the price point is going to go to the On-Cor McRib. You can definitely see the premium that you're paying. at McDonald's, but when you're out and about, it's definitely something to get. And the meat on the McRib, even though it's not pork, well, I mean, it is pork, but they say it's not real meat. You can definitely get that pork kind of look to it with that white meat, right? The meat tends to be darker with the On-Cor. But wow, it's closer than I expected. I wish my McRib had the onion slices. Those onion sliver slices. But it's gonna come down to the meat itself. We know the McRib, whatever this concoction is, 70 ingredients, is better than these multitude ingredients for the On-Cor. 2 different kinds of sauces. I guess it depends on how you feel that day. Both, good in their own right. The McRib really has that smokiness to it. It makes you feel like you're having some barbecue ribs. But it could come down to preference. Some people like that vinegariness to that barbecue sauce. But this is what I will say. In the head-to-head, since the meat concoction is the major selling point, the McRib edges out. But this On-Cor rib patty, definitely worth a try. Definitely gotta get it. Definitely the better bargain. From a taste perspective, McRib, but hey, this On-Cor one, it ain't bad. And you could probably just put your own barbecue sauce on it and kind of drain this one off. So, hey, overall, yeah, I'm saying the On-Cor rib patty is better overall than the McRib, especially when you put in your own onions and bread, butter, chips, pickles. So, yeah, get that On-Cor rib patty. The rib is good. I like the way it looks, and it's a good thing, but it's the better value and you can get it to taste the way you want. So, On-Cor McRib, it beats out the McRib. I'm sorry, the On-Cor rib patty. That's my take. On-Cor rib patty, sandwich, thing, hoagie, whatever, beats out the McRib. That's because of the toppings, and that's because of the price point. But if you're going strictly by taste, the McRib is the better taste. That's my take. Iceberg Jim out. Deuces.